I'm Nick Lorenz, I play bass guitar.
Joe Kendall, I play guitar and mandolin.
Ryan Gorsuch, guitar and vocals.
I'm Rachel Schott, I play fiddle and sing.
I'm Michael Sams, I play drums.
Welcome to LMU Community TV and WLMU, Cumberland Gap Radio FM 91.3. My name's Gary Daniels, here at the Palace in historic downtown Middlesboro. We're at the Green Room. This is for the third annual Levitt at Middlesboro Music Series, and performing tonight, the Bloody Tinth, a Celtic band with roots in the Cincinnati area and connections to the Cumberland Gap. Welcome.
Welcome.
Please introduce yourselves.
You say welcome, I say thank you. I forgot the routine. I'll get it done.
Well, it's good to have you here.
It's good to be here.
We're looking forward to this evening's performance. Tell us a little bit about the Bloody Tinth.
Yeah, so we've been playing for 8 or 9 years. We were talking about that earlier. The math has gotten fuzzy. Rachel and her brother Michael, who's the drummer in the band, had decided they wanted to start playing something like Celtic music. They wanted to start bringing that influence into what they were doing, and I don't want to speak too much for you.
No, you're exactly right.
She tossed out an ad on Craigslist, and I was recently back in town and looking for a band to play with, and spotted her on Craigslist. Went and saw her play with another band she was with at the time, and we started talking afterwards, and it gelled. So we've
musically, we're not a couple. Just musically gelled,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
No, she shot me down pretty hard. No. So yeah, that's the quick history of the band. We brought in some old friends, and now the 5 of us have been practically friendly for a while since.
Well, first let's talk about the name, the Bloody Tinth. Can
Sure.
you tell us a short history of that?
Sure. Well, everyone in the band is originally, at least, from the Cincinnati area, and as you may know, there's a lot of German heritage in the Cincinnati area. In fact, my brother, the drummer, our dad was in a German folk band the whole time we were growing up. So when we decided that we wanted to bring in some Irish influence and play some Irish music, we knew we needed a name that had something related to Irish heritage, but also related to Cincinnati. Cincinnati runs through all of our blood. So we decided on the Bloody Tinth. And the Ohio Volunteer 10th Infantry during the Civil War was the Irish regiment. So their nickname was the Bloody Tinth. And we thought, oh, what a great name. So
Certainly.
we decided to pick that name for the band. Now, we're not sure how they got the bloody part of the 10th. It could have either been from battles, which I'm sure they were very brave men.
Right.
Or it could have been, they had quite a reputation for just getting drunk and slugging each other.
Right, brawling it out.
Just brawling, yeah.
With their fists or rifles.
Yeah.
They were the Bloody Tinth.
That's right.
Now, talk to us about the music of the Bloody Tinth, your influences, and how your music comes together. I know there's a rock and roll influence.
Sure, yeah. So when we first got together, we had some different backgrounds. But there was a lot of rock and roll in common, a lot of classic rock in common. But also there was some country influence with Rachel. Obviously, Michael had grown up playing a variety of different instruments, so we had some classical influences. Rachel has classical training. And then Joe, Nick, and I all love different forms of rock and roll and indie rock and roll. And the Irish music is so fun and so exciting to play and so exciting to listen to that we wanted to find a way to marry the best of both worlds, basically, just to try to play this music that we were so excited about and incorporate the lessons that we, had grown up with from rock and roll.
Right. Now tell us a little bit about the mandolin. That's a unique aspect to the Bloody Tinth, and when you brought that in.
Well, as soon as we met Ryan, my brother and I, we knew we were all going to get along great. We had a great couple of first rehearsals, just the 3 of us, and Ryan said, I got this buddy, and he plays mandolin. And I thought, oh, he's probably an axe murderer or something, even though we're stuck with him. But it wasn't the case at all. Joe came, and the second he got the mandolin out, it brought everything to it, just added a kind of sparkle that wasn't there before. So we found that the timbre of the mandolin almost was like a penny whistle kind of sound. And putting that together with the fiddle, it just was a sound we all really fell in love with. So that's become kind of one of the signature things that we do with the traditional music, having the mandolin and the fiddle doubling up the melody.
Later on, we decided to take that same concept and just double up electric guitar leads
right.
with fiddle leads, because it's a fun transition, and we still do more of the mandolin than the electric guitar, but when you switch to electric guitar from mandolin, but play the same style, and it's structurally still very similar. It's exciting.
I bet the audience goes crazy over that.
They love that transition. Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Now, there's something about Celtic music. There's a sparkle to it. There's an excitement. You want to dance. You want to cut a rug.
Or cry.
Or cry, because
Yeah.
there's that melancholy
Or cry
aspect.
and dance.
And cry and
Cry
dance.
and
That's,
dance.
that's
That's
one of the
true.
best parts.
And that's something I've noticed with Celtic culture. There's a happiness and there's a seriousness. It all goes together. Does that translate into your all's music? The
Yeah.
melancholy to the happy.
Absolutely. Yeah, there was an evening I remember we worked up a song, and it was a great song, had it all put together right, but we couldn't really decide if we wanted to leave it in the set or not. For some reason, nobody felt really strongly about it. And Ryan put it great. He said, this music ought to either make you feel really happy or really sad. And if it doesn't do either, it probably doesn't belong.
Right.
So we kicked it out and thought up something else.
Now, putting your music together, do you write any music? Do you create your own specific Bloody Tinth sound
We
along
do.
with the traditional sound?
We do. We do both. But we approach them similarly, and we've been talking about this earlier. When we're playing a traditional Irish song, the goal, like I said earlier, is to bring what we know about rock and roll into the Irish music. And then we just kind of do a little bit of the reverse when we're writing something for ourselves. We've all written music in different capacities for a couple of decades now. And we're trying to figure out how we can incorporate some of those Irish techniques and song structure, which there's some very recognizably Celtic song structure, and how we can use that inside of a rock and roll song when we're writing our own stuff. So it's the same process, we just kind of go in different directions depending on where we're starting.
And Ryan's being humble. He is a pro at that very thing. He is. We play songs we know for a fact they're original. Nobody has ever heard us play these
Right.
songs, and they're singing along with it the first time, thinking it's a traditional
That's
tune.
fantastic. Yes, indeed. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing the energy on the stage and the energy from the audience here at the Levitt and Middlesboro Music Series. Future gigs. Where are you going next after this?
We have, there is a really fun event that happens in Mount Washington neighborhood of Cincinnati every year. It's called the annual Pumpkin Chuck, where they build
seen
these
this?
great,
No.
it's
They
a
build
great,
trebuchets, am I saying it right? Trebuchets?
Okay.
Basically big catapults.
Ah.
yeah.
And everybody brings their Halloween pumpkins.
Right.
After,
Oh,
rather
sure.
than smashing them on the street, they bring them to this event, plop them in the catapult, and see how far they fly.
Right.
With
So,
With the music.
with the
and
music.
we play music to chuck pumpkins by. So that's one of our favorite. It's a nice family friendly event. A lot of
Yes.
us have kids now, so all the kids are going to come too. And we play often in northern Kentucky at Molly Malone's, and there's a great pub called Nine Irish Brothers in Lafayette, Indiana. You can find us there usually once a month or so.
And I notice on your website you can find there's a list of places you've played in the past, so that way viewers and listeners will now know where you have in the past and
Yeah.
the potential in the future.
Yeah, and we're likely to return to most of the places we played before.
Wonderful.
We've
Now,
only been kicked out of a few.
Yeah,
well, that comes with Celtic music and
It does.
a few pints.
we totally
Yeah.
deserved it.
Yeah.
I don't blame them.
Well, tell us social media. How can viewers and listeners find out about the Bloody Tinth?
Sure, we have a website at www.thebloodytinth.com, and it's Tinth with an I. That throws people. It's
Right.
Tinth.
The Irish way.
Yes.
Um,
Irish pronunciation anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
it's more the pronunciation. Yeah, I don't think that's any kind of strict spelling. But thebloodytinth.com. We also have a Facebook location at The Bloody Tinth,
Wonderful.
where we'd love to be your friend.
Yes, make friends with these good folks right here, the Bloody Tinth. It's wonderful to have you here. We're looking forward to the performance just across the road, across Cumberland Avenue, for the 3rd annual Levitt at Middlesboro Music Series. We're in the green room at the Palace. My name's Gary Daniels, the Bloody Tinth. Thank you for joining us, and thank you
Awesome.
all
Thank you,
for
Gary.
giving us some
Appreciate it.
time.
Thank you so much. Great event. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much. You all have a good evening.